Việt Nam có bao nhiêu dân tộc?
Việt Nam có 14. Việt Nam có 14.
Đúng là con trai của ta.
14 dân tộc.
Well, you know, I got scammed a couple times. I say I deserved every time I got scammed. But I mean, scamming and robbing is different.
It's different, yeah.
It's different. Like in America, I get robbed.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
And I'm not a small guy. Anybody can get robbed out.
Yeah.
And when you get scammed in Vietnam, sure, you feel like, oh, they made you feel stupid.
All right.
That's the worst part. But when you get robbed in America, they make you feel powerless. Also, if you're drinking at a bar where every girl looks better than your best looking girlfriend, you're probably gonna get scammed.
Yep. And one very important thing that a lot of foreigners don't pay attention to, some of these Vietnamese currencies, they look alike.
Oh yeah.
You can mistake 500,000 for 20,000 VND.
Yep. I would rather get scammed in Vietnam than robbed in America.
Ryan có thể cho Nam biết tên 5 ca sĩ ở Việt Nam, 5 ca sĩ phụ nữ hay nam.
Okay. Số 1 là Dan, MCT.
MCT là ai?
He's like, I like my mom's food.
Quá ngầu luôn. Mình là Bill đôi mà. Đấy là phong cách. Đấy mới là chất chơi người rơi.
Cho tôi một ly cà phê sữa đá.
We clap?
Yeah, we should clap.
I think we should clap.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome everybody, welcome ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to another episode of
Comb,
Sao
Dow, or
No
Star.
Where.
Okay, so
Okie dokie. So on today's episode of No Star Where, we're gonna be talking about
Topic of the week.
this is about scams. And like, you've traveled a lot, I've traveled a lot, and every country has something that is fishy about them, especially for tourism, for tourists. So this is about those things that you've experienced while traveling.
yeah.
It could be anything, but the topic about today is not just about the scam, but the way it's funny. You know, there are some of those scams that they sound really how they look really funny if you think about them, if you think back at them. But at the beginning,
a
you were
year
like
later,
so
it feels
freaking
good.
pissed, like how did they freaking rip me off like that?
It happens.
Then you look back at it over time, and then you just say, man, I fell for that shit.
They got me.
So, yeah, that's what we'll be talking about first before we get into all the topics. So, I'm gonna be asking you to share a little bit. I'm gonna share a little bit about my experiences being like scammed.
Oh man.
Then we're gonna bring it back to Vietnam, some common scams and how the shit looks so funny.
Okay.
Yep.
So when
let's
you talk
start
about
with
me?
you. Yep.
All right, man. Well, you know, I got scammed a couple times. I say I deserved every time I got scammed. I'd give it like a hard, but I mean, scamming and robbing is different.
It's different, yeah.
It's different. Like in America, I get robbed.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
And I'm not a small guy.
I'm not a small guy, no, by any means.
Anybody can get robbed out
By
there.
no means.
So,
you're a
I
small
mean,
guy.
I would rather get scammed in Vietnam than robbed in America any
Okay.
day. I think I said that on my TikTok. And people were like, say what? But it's true.
Yeah.
And when you get scammed in Vietnam, sure, you feel like, oh, they made you feel stupid.
All right.
That's the worst part. But when you get robbed in America, they make you feel powerless.
But what do you let's play this way.
Yeah.
What do you consider scam?
A scam is misrepresenting a product or a service
The value
to a
or
customer. The value or what it's even going to be, or if there even is a service. You know, so it's like when you misrepresent what you're going to provide to the customer.
Sounds fun.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
That's straight out the dictionary. I did not cheat.
I didn't know you're that smart though.
No, I'm not. I will. That's his propaganda.
Now you're misrepresenting.
Yes. I was
So you're scamming me.
Bro, I mean, scamming ain't dead, man. Scamming is a really good business right now.
You're
Booming.
scamming me. All right. So, like, let's say, aside Vietnam, like, which other common scams can you say you've experienced in traveling to other countries?
In other countries or in Vietnam?
No, in other countries first, then we're gonna come back to the motherland last.
Oh, speaking of motherland, when I was out the first time I went to Africa.
Yeah.
I think that was the first time I was just getting brutally scammed over and over again. That was the first time.
Right in your face.
But it wasn't, I can't say it's scamming because it's a different, how do you say, trading, what is it called? A bargaining market.
Okay.
So you're supposed to say, no, I'll pay half of that.
Yeah.
Or no, I won't pay 100%, I'll pay maybe 60%. And then you go down and up from there. But Americans don't understand that. If this price is like offered, you say yes or no, and that's it. So yeah, I bought a authentic samurai sword from Niger.
Okay.
There's so many samurais in Niger. There's so many Japanese samurais there. So that was an authentic samurai sword that I bought for like $80.
Oh.
And it was probably worth like 10.
Oh my.
Yeah, that was my first scam. 2014. Good times.
All right. Recently, I read some news about somebody who they're like two foreigners, but one is a Vietnamese, like Viet Kieu. The other one is a foreigner.
Foreigner. F and F.
Yeah, F and F. So the foreigner went to Benton Market.
Oh,
now
no.
I'm bringing it to to Vietnam, and then I've also heard this a few times, but you know I can't fact check it. I just hear a lot of people saying the things they buy from Benton Market is overpriced.
Oh, yeah.
And so I read this article about these two guys. One is the foreigner. He went to buy some things, and then the price was different. And then the other Vietnamese foreigner went to the same market, the same place, the same product, but the thing 4 times cheaper.
Yep, it'd be like that. Yeah, it's an experience, man. You know, like, you gotta learn how to bargain.
It was a little pest, but at the end of the day, like, there are some of these things you gotta watch out. For us back here, right here in Vietnam, we are here to educate a lot of tourists while coming here. Just know that there are little things you should be aware of.
Yeah.
The first, don't get trapped in those overpriced products.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, negotiate as much as you can. No one is gonna beat you up.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's one thing I've learned over the years, that if you like, we have the Van Hoa Chai of Vietnam, like you can negotiate, you can bargain.
Yeah.
No one is gonna hit you, or no one is sometimes they might
like,
be a little pissed. Like, why are you pricing? Why are you bargaining so bad, so much? You're a foreigner, you should pay up. A foreigner was complaining about buying an overpriced product, and then a local was trying to defend and say, oh, they are poor. If you part with extra $10 or $15, they are poor people. Just help them.
Nah, but they're some of the richest people out here.
Let me tell you the truth. It's not about how much money you got scammed out of. It's about the way the thing was done.
It's trickery.
It's trickery. I mean, I shouldn't encourage it. I don't care if it's 5,000 VND or 1,000 VND. It shouldn't be encouraged.
Yeah.
I'd rather give arms to all those guys who sell the vessel.
Yeah.
All those guys that beg on the streets out. I know that I'm willingly giving them arms.
Yeah.
Than someone to rip me up.
Yeah, like
if you rip me off, I'm not gonna find it funny.
Like I was at Benton Market, right outside to get I have a tailor stop, right up there, Fifi Tailor, and there's a young blonde girl from New York just right outside, and the shoe guys literally just reached down, took her shoe off, and is cleaning it now, and he's asking, and she's like, please help me, like looking at me. I don't normally. Let's just say that blonde girls don't randomly talk to me and ask me for help. You know, they run away from me. I'm just saying. But she was like, "Hey, can you help me? I don't know what's going on. You took my shoe." It was like her first day here. So then I'm like, "Hey, yo. She doesn't want your shoe cleaned." I was speaking of Vietnamese to him, and he's just like, "Come on, man. Like, you know, it's only $500K." $500K
For a shoe
for
clay.
one shoe. For the shoe. And I was like, yo.
How much is the shoe then?
Bro, the shoe. Exactly.
How much
He's
is
taking
the
more
shoe?
for the shoe.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, that is insane. She's like, how much is that? I'm like, no, that is insane. And so he was like, okay, 200. I'm like, that's still insane. Like, I'm a teacher.
Yeah.
He's trying to make more than me in 5
Exactly,
minutes,
in
and I'm
5
making an
minutes, in
hour.
an hour.
Like, you're crazy.
Yeah.
Like, they say, like, so I'm just saying, like, those guys, they dress up like they're really, really poor. But if they rip off, say, five, six
people,
per day,
10 people
they
per
approach
day.
hundreds
Yeah,
per
bro.
day, and they just
You
take
know
the
how
shoe
much that
off.
amounts to in a month?
He's making, like, at least, like, how many?
40 million.
40 million a month.
Every month.
Just dressing up like he's poor. So that's what I was saying, like,
do you
yeah.
know what that does? I mean, like, the authorities here work so hard to keep Vietnamese as clean and as transparent and as comfortable for foreigners as possible.
Yeah.
So you trying to, like, ignore those things and try to pretend, oh, it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
It's not a good look. Because if you encourage it, they're gonna do it to someone else. And I know how much the Vietnamese authorities are working to protect the image of the country. I mean, you see what happened with ISO speed. You know, something that could easily be sold for a few $100, and someone tried to rip him off by selling it for $100.
Exactly. Straight to 500K, straight to 1 million.
Exactly.
Like, immediately.
And then, you know, Aisha Speed, he's a rich boy. He actually paid for it, but
Yeah.
I love the way that the authorities came back, located him, and gave
Right.
back
Yeah.
the whole thing back to him. They refunded him money. And then the boys that tried to rip him up were invited to, you know, to the police station to answer for their misdemeanors.
Yeah, like, look what it, I mean, I don't want to get into politics of other
Yeah.
countries, but like,
Yeah.
all my students are joking like, oh, Cambodia.
Yeah.
I know 99% of Cambodians are good people.
Yeah.
But they just had about 3 or 4 bad news stories, and boom, now the tourism,
Yeah.
woo,
Yeah.
went down so hard.
Yeah.
And that's a shame for all those people who are working hard.
That's true.
What do they do now? And it's all because of what, a few bad actors.
Yeah.
And that's not fair. It's not right.
And you know, I have so much experience, and this is coming from a Nigerian guy. We're very infamously known for online
Email,
activities,
yeah.
emails, and the prince and the princess and the packages and
Sorry, I
all
laughed, I
that.
can't
So
laugh.
trust me, coming from me, I know what I'm talking about. You don't want to like. You don't like the feeling of being ripped up.
Right.
Once you work so hard, it doesn't matter how much is it. It's just the idea behind it, like the way you feel. It's not about the amount it's important, but at the same time, you don't want to feel like you're being taken for a ride.
Used.
You're used, exactly. That's the right word. So I that's why I think it's a good thing to like advise people, potential tourists here, that it's a very safe country, but you just have to know where to buy stuff.
Yeah.
And you don't interact with these people who are misrepresenting Vietnam.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, they are only looking out for their pockets and they don't care about the image of the country. So you patronizing them and then going out to say bad things about Vietnam, it's not what we want. We
Right.
want you to have the best experience coming to Vietnam.
Ooh, so I'd say we should give them tips on what to do to avoid the scams.
The
Like
first thing-
mine.
yeah.
Let me give you mine first.
All right, you go
Okay,
first.
when I go to Benton Market, I hate going there, but I got to bring my friends there.
Yeah,
you
of
know?
course.
But when I bring my friends there, the first thing I do.
It's an iconic
Yeah,
market.
you gotta go.
You gotta go.
But
to
at the
Vietnam.
same time, I just don't like buying things there. And I know
Yeah.
they always want to buy something. Ooh,
Because
that's
you
good.
live here now.
But I scan everything on the
Yeah.
Shopee app, and it will tell me, okay, this is worth 30K.
Okay, but
and I
a lot
know
of
they're gonna be like
foreigners
400K.
You are using Shopee because you live here. People who are coming
they
from
would
the
never.
US and Europe, they don't.
Exactly.
So the only thing I can advise you on that is to bargain as hard as you can, and you can only pay what you feel comfortable paying.
Yeah.
Just do that and you'll be fine. Don't overpay. Don't try to be patronizing. Don't try to to be the good guy here.
Yeah.
So just pay what you think it's negotiate or bargain what you think is comfortable for you to pay, and every other thing is irrelevant.
You gotta negotiate,
Yeah, you
okay?
gotta
Now, if you're white, you gotta divide it by 8. If you're black, divide it by 4.
Divide it by
And if you're
4.
Asian, divide it by 2.
One of the one I experienced like when I came here was that back then I didn't know the exchange rate. That was like my first night. So I was thirsty, walking around Fangbulao, and then I want to get a bottle of water, like the British call it.
I wasn't gonna do it. I had to do it. I wasn't gonna say it. I was like,
Bottle of water.
I had to say it.
So as I was saying, I wanted to get like a bottle of water, and yeah, I just passed through the street. I didn't have any Vietnamese down with me. Then I asked the lady, just a bottle of water. How much is it? $5.
That's crazy.
$5.
She was just joking.
I was like, that's kind of expensive. Is that how expensive things are in this country? $5.
The water
$5. Very cheap. $5. I was like, oh, I was tasty, and $5. I didn't think I was like, okay, it was only for one time. I gave her $5 and I got a bottle of water. But guess what? I got back to my hotel room, and then my friend came to visit me, and I was like, bro, things are so freaking expensive here. He said, what's that? I said, things are very expensive here. He said, what did you buy? Did you buy anything? I was like, yeah. I told you to wait for me. Why did you buy something? I said, bro, I was thirsty. I needed to buy some water. He said, oh, okay, cool. How much did you pay for it? $5. It was supposed to be 5,000 or 3,000 or whatever. And I paid $5. That's like
times 50?
That's like times 50 or 100 times. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a lot. No, that's 500, I think.
Yeah, $5 for 5,000 VND stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So that was the first one, and then the shoe polish guys. Everywhere I walk around, they're looking like, I polish your shoes. Something told me that, bro, you should not do it, and I didn't even patronize them at that first time. So I didn't have the experience of being ripped off for the shoe polish guys. But again, those are the little things you need to watch out for to not fall victim and then come back and say, oh, Vietnam did this. It's not Vietnam. It's just for you as a tourist being careful about where you buy things and when you spend money. And I'll advise as well, change your currency once you get into Vietnam to Vietnamese dong. That's what we use here. Don't pay for things using dollars. You're gonna lose a lot of money.
Yeah, a lot.
So you better, once you get down, find a bank or go shops, go change your money. Once you change your money, if anyone wants to oversell things, you just check. And one very important thing that a lot of foreigners don't pay attention to, some of these Vietnamese currencies, they look alike.
Oh yeah.
You can mistake 500,000 for 20,000 VND.
Yep.
So
easy.
Make sure you separate them.
Yeah.
So you don't pay for taxi of 40,000 with 1 million.
Yeah, and don't let anybody reach into your wallet and take the money for you. They be doing that, man.
No.
They'll reach in like, oh, give me this and this and this. Thank you.
Do not ever do that. Don't allow anyone to get close to your wallet. Try to sort it out. If it takes 10 minutes for you to pay for that taxi, let him wait.
Exactly.
Sort your money out and pay for that thing as comfortable as you can be. Sort the money out. 20,000 is less than $1. 500,000 is more than $20. It's more than $20. So you do the math.
Also, if you're drinking at a bar where every girl looks better than your best looking girlfriend, you're probably gonna get scammed.
Yep.
Yeah, if you're too ugly to be in a room and they're touching you and they love you as if you're pretty, you're getting scammed.
Bro, you are the target.
Don't use your credit card. You're getting good.
You are the target. So
yeah, for real.
Pay attention to all those fancy girls. Girls, what is it called?
Hot girls.
The hot girl
Trap
bars.
girls.
Hot girl bars.
Trust me, I know.
Once you get into all those bars, make sure you're not drinking anything you're not supposed to be drinking.
They don't love you, bro.
Bro, you're not the hottest guy in the room.
Exactly. Brush your teeth.
Bro, brush your teeth.
Yeah, brush your teeth, man. Then maybe they'll love you, but
don't think
you know what
you
you
look-
did. You haven't
look
even washed your face yet.
You look so handsome.
No, get
today.
the off of me. You don't love me.
So those are the little tips.
Little
need
tips.
while coming to Vietnam. So be careful out there and don't say we didn't tell you, because at the end of the day, those little moments and those little things can ruin your Vietnamese experience, and we don't want that. We love this country and we want you to come back.
Yeah.
You know, so if this is gonna make you not come back, we want to get rid of it and make you have a pleasant experience when you trip to
Exactly.
Vietnam.
What the hell?
All right, welcome back to the second segment of today's edition of No Star Wear.
No star where comes
Yep.
out.
All right. Now in this segment, I'm gonna test your Vietnamese knowledge.
Let's go. How about let's do this all in Vietnamese? Bây giờ em và anh sẽ nói chuyện bằng tiếng Việt được không?
Ôi.
Come on, right? Nói giỏi.
The questions I'm about to ask you, I promise you there's no way you're gonna get them in Vietnamese.
Ok, cố gắng thôi.
Ok, thì cố gắng thôi đúng không?
Đúng rồi.
Ok, bây giờ Nam sẽ hỏi Ryan bằng tiếng Việt nha. Nếu Ryan trả lời, Nam sẽ hỏi 5 câu hỏi.
5 câu hỏi à?
Nếu Ryan có được 3 điểm, Ryan có thể ăn 50.000.
Wait, ăn chút ngàn. What was that?
Thấy chưa?
No, shut up.
chưa?
Shut up. It's my second, or it's like my
Trời
third
đất
language.
ơi.
Okay. Ryan said được blah blah blah.
Nam sẽ hỏi Ryan bằng tiếng Việt 5 câu hỏi.
Đúng rồi.
Nếu Ryan có thể trả lời được 3 câu hỏi đó,
Thì
3 câu hỏi trong 5 câu hỏi này, nếu Ryan trả lời đúng 3 câu hỏi, Nam sẽ cho Ryan 50.000.
50.000 hả?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Ryan sẽ có 3 giây, không, 5 giây để trả lời.
5 giây hả? What, 10 giây?
5 giây.
Oh my god, bro.
5 giây. Ok.
Question number 1.
Việt Nam có bao nhiêu dân tộc?
Việt Nam có 14.
14 dân tộc là đúng hay là sai? 54 dân tộc
Yeah.
là đúng, 14 dân tộc là sai. Ok,
Wait, 54?
54 dân tộc.
Yeah, that's a lot. What they got? There's a lot of seasonings. There are all types of stuff, man. That's cool.
Ok, câu hỏi thứ hai.
Yeah.
Question number 2.
Việt Nam có bao nhiêu tỉnh thành?
Thiên Thần, like
Tỉnh
gods?
thành.
Gods? Heavens? Thiên Thần, like idols? Statues? Thiên Thần. Thiên Thần, what the fuck is that? Thiên Thần.
Không nói gì hết. Nhanh lên.
Okay, ngôi
Năm.
sao?
16 là đúng hay là sai?
But I không hiểu.
Sai rồi. Việt Nam có 54 dân tộc và 63 tỉnh thành.
Thiên Thần là, dialects? Is that it? Really?
Nah.
Fuck. Like, races. Regions.
Regions, yes.
See, if I knew that, I'd love to help you out.
Oops. Story of the gods. Even if I asked that in English, you still wouldn't
It
get it.
made no sense.
You still wouldn't get it.
I don't know how many gods they have. All right.
Okay.
So, ba là gì?
Câu hỏi số 3.
Question number 3.
Ryan có thể cho Nam biết tên 5 ca sĩ ở Việt Nam. 5 ca sĩ phụ nữ hay nam?
Okay. Số 1 là Dan.
Dan là gì?
Dan. D-E-N.
Là gì?
The rapper.
Không có ai là Dan đâu.
Dan.
Dan gì?
D-E-N.
Dan gì?
He's like, I like my mom's food. I go back
Dan
home for...
gì? Không có ca sĩ nào mà Dan gì hết á.
Okay, fine. Người khác là MCP. MCT.
MCT là ai? Không có ca sĩ nào mà MCT là...
là waiting for you.
Thôi thứ 3 đi.
Số 3 là Thúy. Em ấy là người Việt, người Mỹ gốc Việt.
Không,
Người Mỹ
Thúy có
gốc
phải
Việt.
Thúy là ca sĩ nước ngoài.
Oh, come on. Wow, you heard him?
Ở bên nước ngoài, bên
She
Mỹ
is a
có
Vietnamese
nhiều ca sĩ
before.
gốc Việt nhưng mà họ không phải là ca sĩ Việt.
Gốc Việt.
Gốc Việt.
Ok, một
Thì
cái.
khác.
Logi ok không? Logi ok không?
Ok, Logi, ok.
Logi ok. Một what? Có ba rồi.
Không.
Blacka.
Hay gì?
Blacka. So hi, rap Việt.
Blacka. Nghe đó là ca sĩ nói mà.
Ca sĩ à?
Vậy?
Đúng rồi. Và sau đó...
Năm.
Yo, actually,
Bốn.
I don't even know
Ba.
for real.
Hai. Một. 2.5.
Mixed Miyagi.
Ok, Dan. Miss Miyagi là ca sĩ mẹ chứ. Dan á. Dan Vào.
Den Vào.
Yeah.
Den Vào là gì?
Dan Vào là tên ca sĩ đó, là rapper á.
Còn biết.
Dan Vào. Mang tiền về cho mẹ. Mang tiền về cho mẹ.
I knew you knew the word.
Mang
I knew you knew it. You just like, I
Con
don't
mang
know what
tiền
you're
về
talking
cho
about.
mẹ.
I don't know what you're talking
Dan
about.
Vào. Ca sĩ thứ hai mà đang nói là Song Tùng MTP á.
Why is it such a long name? What does that even mean? I never understood that. He could literally just choose one of the three names. There's no need for that. Som, Tom, MTP.
Song Tùng MTP.
Can you imagine like shouting him out on a song like, yo, who's on the track?
What's up? Song Tùng MTP.
That's long as hell. How does he wrap his name into his raps?
He doesn't rap, bro. He
doesn't?
sings.
So how does he sing it?
He's the guy that features Snoop Dogg on one of his songs.
Yeah. He's more than that, bro. He's the
No,
he's a Netflix guy.
He's more like the most famous Vietnamese singer.
He's like
right
Vietnam's
now.
T-Pain.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's not Vietnamese T-Pain. He's like Chris Brown of Vietnam.
He dances?
Yeah, no, he doesn't dance.
So
but
he's not
it's-
Vietnamese Chris Brown.
Yeah, but Chris Brown is not just known for dances, bro. He's a very good vocalist.
If he didn't dance, he wouldn't be unknown.
Bro, he's a very good vocalist.
He'd be like
don't even
Ray
underestimate.
J.
Don't even underestimate his vocal strengths. Bro, don't sing. Don't even go there. All right, guys. For a lot of you that have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and tell us what you want us to do on this channel and who you want us to talk to. Because in the subsequent editions, we'll be bringing in some guests to share their Vietnamese experience with us. So, if you have any questions, or if you have any ideas, please share them to us in our comment section. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
And comment. Tell me. Also, comment and let us know if you've ever been scammed.
Yeah.
Have you been scammed in America? Have you been scammed in Vietnam?
Yeah.
Would you rather get robbed in an American train station
Yeah.
or get scammed by an old lady in Ben Thanh Market?
Yep.
Let us know.
Let us know.
That's right.
All right. See you in the next segments.
No.
Ciao, ciao. Au revoir. Oh la la.
Come on back
Come
to
on,
No
come on.
Star Where.